For your practice tonight, we just need a nice clear area to work a lot of body weight exercise for our movement, to move our stiff bodies, and you'll need a pair of weights. It could be, cans of soup, whatever you have. As always, just be really mindful if there's a movement that we're doing that is not healthy for you, there's something going on in a shoulder or knee, then modify. And I'll try to offer suggestions about what you can do to modify. Oh, I'm in the right spot. So first thing we're going to do is take one weight. Okay, whatever it is. Just hold it at your chest. We're going to do 4 things to warm up for 30 seconds each. The first thing is a squat. So you're just going to hold your weight at your chest and sit down. And if you want, you can hold both weights, but just giving yourself the opportunity to really strengthen your legs and fire up the muscles. So it's kind of dynamic standing up and careful sitting down. Want to make sure your knees are not going ahead of your toes. Imagine what you're doing here is just pumping the blood into your muscles. Good. Second thing is going to be a twist. So hold your weight out in front and turn, and then turn the other way. And just get a little momentum with the weight. You got to slow it down. Let's get your shoulder blades to move around. And just feel your obliques, the sides of your body, pulling you back each time. Good. And then a deadlift. So shoulders stay in your back. You're going to hinge at the hips. And then stand up and squeeze your glutes. Just hinging and then squeezing. Most important part is keeping the gaze forward and your shoulders into your back. You can bend the knees a little bit. Kind of helps you get that slingshot kind of reverberation through your body. Good. And the last thing will be a ribbon. So you just take your weight, circle around behind your head, bring it down to your opposite hip, and then go back, follow that path, and changing hips. So just swing it around like a ribbon around your head. And get everything involved. Let your hips move, the weight swing. Okay, so we're going to do this 2 more times through. Back to your squats. So sitting down, standing up. Breathe out as you stand up. Keep your chest up and your gaze forward. If there is something going on in a knee, just manage how deep you go. If your knees are okay, try to get down so your hips are at knee height. And then power it up from there. Good, your twist, so hold the weight out in front. Turn. I have a little wee going on in my head. It's kind of fun. Just think of staying really tall in your twist. Good. Your deadlift, shoulders into your back, hinge at the hips, and squeeze as you stand up. You want to try to find everything in the back of your legs. You might find your glutes first, the back of your hips, but then maybe you'll feel your hamstrings, back of your thighs, maybe even the calves. Okay, and then the ribbons, around behind your head and down. It's kind of giving a nice stretch into your traps and your neck. Good. All right, last time through, warming up, sitting down in your squats, standing up. Squat like you mean it. Good. And your corkscrew, twisting. And then your deadlift, slowing the motion down, just really controlling it. On the way down, I'm just going to open this window a little more. Having the desired effect of getting warm. Don't look down. Awesome. And then the last thing is your ribbons around behind your head, across. Nice. Okay, good job. Put your weights down, take a sip of water, and I'll talk you through what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be working with reps tonight instead of a timer, okay? And what I've got planned is a giant circuit of 6 exercises, and each exercise we'll do for 10 reps. And between one exercise and the next, we're going to be doing what I'm calling salt and pepper, which is the same 3 exercises, but for 5 reps. Okay, so it's going to be 5 push-ups, 5 reverse fly, and 5 squat and shoulder press. Don't worry, you don't have to remember this. I'll tell you as we get there. So the first one that we're going to do for 10 reps on each side is a forward and backward lunge. So I'm going to stand in the middle of my mat, so not at the top or the bottom, so I have space to do this lunge. So I'm going to step forward with one foot, land and come down in my lunge, and then come back and do a back lunge. Okay, so you guys with me? Looks like we're all here. Here we go. Let's do 10 on one side. Want to get both knees to a right angle. Your arms can be wherever helps. And just kind of float through the middle. Whatever amount of lunging. Now the back lunge is tricky because you can't see. So make sure your foot's landing hip width apart. I think this is 6. So I'm going to do these with you, and I'm going at a moderate pace. So when I get done my 10, we're done and we move on to the other side. So you might have done 12 or you might have done 8, doesn't really matter. One more on this side. Okay. Your legs a shake. And we'll go the other way. So stepping forward with the other foot. Stepping back. Whoa. I'm on 6. I'm on 9. And that's 10. Whew. Okay, so now to the salt and pepper. Okay, we're going to shake this in between each pair of each exercise. So push-ups, anybody can do the push-up as long as your shoulders are okay. Just modify how deep and hard it is. So doing push-ups against a windowsill, it's quite doable. Or against a bench or your couch or a table. Doing push-ups on the mat. You can be doing them from your knees, so as long as you're in a plank, you're still doing a push-up. If you've got it in you, you can go full push-up with your toes on the mat and your hands. So wherever you're at, we're gonna do 5 push-ups now, okay? Here we go.
Breathe out as you push. That's 5. Whew. And then we'll take your weights. The second exercise in the salt and pepper is a reverse fly. So step in with one leg. You open your arms like you're flying. So it's a back exercise. My elbows are bent a little bit. I don't know if, yeah, that's a better angle, you can see. Okay, so we're doing 5 of these. Really squeezing the shoulder blades back. Okay, 5 of those. And then the third thing is a squat and shoulder press, again using your 2 weights, so hold them above your elbows. Sit down in your squat and push the weights up. 5 of these. And 5. Good. Okay, that's the first round. So we've got 6 exercises in the circuit, so we'll move on to the second one now. Maybe take a sip of water. Next exercise is core and upper. So I'm going to come down into a forearm plank. My elbows right under the shoulders. Walk yourself back, and it's a plank and saw. So the sawing is the rolling forward on your toes. So just roll forward to the tip of your toes and roll back towards the balls of the feet. Do that 10 times. Keep your lower abs braced. And keep your head from falling towards the mat, so head in line with your spine. I'm on 6. And that's 10. Whew. Okay, our salt and pepper. Push-ups. Wherever you're doing your push-ups. It's all good. Whatever progression helps you to build your strength in this. And push-ups are harder for women. Men have more bulk in their upper body, more muscle, and we have more in our hips. So it's harder for us. All right, here we go. 5 push-ups. And 5. Good. Grab your weights and your reverse fly. So stepping in maybe with the other leg. And then breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you lower. So 5 of those. And we'll get ready for your squat and shoulder press. So feet wide, sit down, and push everything up. And 5. Great. Take a little break. We're going to take breaks in between these sets so that we can get our heart rates down. And then we have a better result when we work on the next thing. Ooh, okay. Talk you through it while you're catching your breath. This one's called a wood chop. So if you were chopping wood, you would start up here and you'd be chopping down, right? It's the same pathway, but we're actually going to chop up. Okay, so I'm going to throw the weight up. So come down into a side lunge on this leg and then push the weight up to the ceiling. Okay, so everybody ready? Feet wide. So we'll do 10 one way and 10 the other way. So side lunging and then look and push up to the sky. 10 on each side. And 10. Good. And then the other side. So I'm going to side lunge to my right and push up to the left. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Salt and pepper. Push-ups. Gonna love our push-ups by the time we're done. Get ready. Whatever version you're doing is great. Some version just to build your strength in this area of the body. Away we go. And 5. Nice. Grab your pair of weights. Take a step in, bracing your core, reverse flies. 5 reps here. Good. And then our squat and shoulder press. If your weight's up, sit your hips down and push. Pushing from the feet. And 5. Take a break. I'm alive. I'm sweating. Not shaking yet, but that'll come soon. The nervous system kicks in. Okay, next one is a one-leg deadlift. So we did a deadlift in our warm-up. Single leg deadlift, you're gonna stand on one foot, take the other leg back, hinging over, looking forward, and then bringing it back up. Now, if you want, you can hold your 2 weights. Don't have to. Okay, so we're gonna do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Just like the full deadlift, you wanna keep the shoulder blades into your back and your gaze forward so that you don't hurt your lower back. Okay, so away we go. Trying to lift that leg so it's parallel to the floor. Use your toes. I'm on 7. And 10. Good. Feeling my hamstrings and my glutes there. And now the other leg. So it helps to look at something far away that's not moving. It also helps when you lift that one leg that it's not drifting behind your standing foot, but it's going straight back from its hip, okay? So that we don't twist, because the twisting is kind of the kiss of death. You're gonna lose your balance. I'm on 8. 9, whoops. And 10. All right, that's good. All right, push-ups. Get your spot. When you're ready, do 5 nice clean push-ups. Don't let your head fall to the mat. Keep the head in line with your spine. It's tempting to reach your forehead down, isn't it? 5. Oh, it's getting a little harder. Okay, your weights. And your reverse fly. Bracing your core, squeezing your back. Take that little pause at the top. So you really feel the shoulder blades pull in and all your back muscles knitting together. Whew. All right, And that's done. You do your squat and shoulder press. Push. I like to clunk my weights together at the top. Not sure how that works with wine bottles, Karen. 5. Great, take a break. Only 2 exercises left in the circuit. And then we're gonna go through it again. So if you've done the math, it's 30 push-ups for once through the circuit. So twice through, you're gonna be doing 60 push-ups tonight. I think those are bragging rights. It's quite doable because you're doing them in little chunks. Okay, the next one is loosely called a half burpee. Most of you know I hate burpees. I don't get what this is at the end. And the other reason I don't like them is because if you come down and do a push-up too quickly, you can hurt yourself. So we've already doing push-ups in a safe way. We're not gonna add the push-up here. It's just basically a walk out into plank and then stand back up. So you're just gonna bend your knees, walk forward till you're in plank, hips are down, and then walk yourself back up, standing up, okay? Do that 10 times. Stand right up each time. That's 3. Five. 7. 8. These take a little bit of time. 10. Ooh, gets your heart rate up too. I shouldn't be surprised, right? All right, we got our push-ups. Take your time, make sure your form is good and your shoulders are feeling safe with this. If your shoulders aren't happy, try taking a wider stance with your hands. Modifying it anyway. Here we go. 5 done. Grab your weights again. You guys all know what we're doing now, so we're creating a neural pathway here. Okay, reverse fly. And 5. Good. Squat and shoulder press. And 5. Awesome. Okay, we've done 5 things so far in the circuit. There's just 1 left. Just gave myself a jolt looking at the clock, but I'm realizing we started a quarter after, not at 6. So yeah, we've got lots of time to get through this. Okay, last one is for your core and your triceps. So you're gonna lay down on your back and take your 2 weights with you. It's a tricep and leg extension. So lay on your back, tuck your knees in, and hold the weights, but lay your forearms against your knees. So that's the start position. And then we're gonna extend the legs out. Bend your elbows and take the weights back, touch the mat behind your head with your weights, and then bring it all back in. And I'm breathing out as I come back in. The lower you lower the legs, the more core you're gonna fire, but you gotta be really careful with your back. So only lower so much as you can keep your back connected to the mat. 8. 9, 10. Okay, push-ups. Feet, hands wide. Whatever position works for you. Oh, one more. Ugh. Definitely getting harder. Reverse fly. And 5. Good. And squat and shoulder press. And 5. Good. Take a break. Take a break. We're half done. So I don't know if we're going to get through all 6 of these. We can kind of vote on which ones we want to take out. But we're definitely going to leave the first one in. It's the forward and backward lunges. I think it's such an essential movement pattern to be able to transition from moving backwards and forwards. A lot of what we do in our day-to-day lives and our exercise is all that forward motion. So we kind of forget how to go backwards. All right, you can hold your weights with this if you want, or not. Okay, so here we go, going on the first leg, stepping forward, stepping back. Gaze forward. So if you're looking down at the floor, it's much harder than if you look forward. I'm on 4. This is 8. Standing leg's getting a lot of work. And 10. Give it a little shake. In the middle of your mat. And away we go on the other side. Take your time, find your spot, then commit to the lunge, especially on the back lunge. That's 5. Nine. And 10. Oh, hello, legs. All right. Salt and pepper. I think there's going to come a point for me that I modify. I'm going to try to do one more set the way I have been doing them, and then I'll see. So it's up to you. Oh, okay. Not too bad. Find your weights. Reverse fly. Good. Whew, squat and shoulder press. Five. This is when you start to think, thank God it's only 5. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. let's take a vote. So come up to your computer. If you're on a laptop, towards the bottom in the bottom nav bar, there's something called chat. So click in chat. And how many of you would like to do the forearm plank saw? And how many of you would not like to do the forearm plank saw? Let's take a vote. So just type in yay or nay. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yay, yes. Anybody else? Yes, no burpee. Okay, specific. I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay, so yes, we're gonna do the forearm plank and saw, and we'll take out the walkout. Okay? Sounds like a plan. All right, so come on down onto your forearms, elbows under your shoulders. Nice long plank lines, don't lose them as you roll forward on your toes and roll back towards the balls of the feet. And going pretty slow here, not fast. You're gonna feel more if you go slow. I'm on 5. And that's 10. Awesome. Give your arms a shake. Salt and pepper. Here we go. A little spice to spice up the workout. Maybe a little much, but we're gonna get through it. So 5 push-ups. Okay, I did it. Whew. 5 reverse fly. Change legs each time when you step in. That's 5. You squat and push. And 5. All right. So next we'll do the wood chop. I think that's a pretty essential movement pattern too. That's side lunging to warm up and strengthen the inner thighs to counteract the strong outer thighs that we tend to have from our exercise. Okay, so you're gonna side lunge to one side and then dynamically push the weight up and twist towards it. 10 on each side. I'm just gonna come look at you guys. Make sure you're getting that side lunge in there. Ron, I can see you, and I know Edith is working just as hard in the background. Looks good, Kelly, Betty, Catherine, Anne, and Andrea, great. So when you've done 10 on one side, you 10 the other way. Good. Almost like you're throwing it, but you're not going to let go. Good. Looks like we're done. Okay. Push-ups. Push-up time. And 5. Great. Reverse fly. 2, 3. Squeeze your back. 4. Looks good, Iona. 5. Nice. And squat and shoulder press. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. Whew. Okay, 2 left, guys. 2 left. We can get through this. So the next one is the one leg deadlift. Okay, so facing, looking forward and up. Get one foot really wide. Even if you have a shoe on, spread your toes out and take the other leg back, straight back from the hip. You can hold the weights or not. Go as slow as you need to manage the balance. Shoulders are back. Good. That's 7. It's really good, guys. Really good concentration. 8. And you've got to 10. You change sides. Yeah, make sure your foot is going straight back from your hip, not wobbling behind the standing leg. Or even take the foot wider. Good, shoulders into your back. Go slower if your balance is an issue today. Give yourself the opportunity to figure it out just by going a bit slower. Nice. Good recovery, Karen. Okay, push-ups. You've got 2 more sets of push-ups to do. This is 1, and then 1 more after this. We can do it. And 5. Reverse fly. Little hold at the top, so you really feel your back working. 5, nice. Squat, shoulder press. 3, 4, 5, good. Take a sip of water. Last one is our laying on our backs, doing the tricep and leg extensions. So that's always good, be doing something laying on your back. Okay, so get down on your back. Bring your weights with you. Tuck your knees in. Starting position with the forearms resting on the knees, feeling the small of the back pushing into the mat. You want to maintain that contact with your waist into the mat as you extend the legs. And then extend the arms and bend the elbows. Touch the mat with your weights. You can keep the weights together. So have the weights touching each other. That helps a little bit. And that's 10. One last set of push-ups. You ready? Doing really well, guys, to get through this. 4. I got through it. I thought I was going to have to modify, but I didn't. Somehow 5 is doable. If I had to do 10, I wouldn't be able to, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, you never know till you try, right? Okay, reverse fly. Nice. It's good. And your squat and shoulder press. Great work, guys. And that is done. Well done. Okay, so we did a lot of push-ups, 60 push-ups. So let's give our chest a little stretch. Just come and stand by the wall or a bookcase or something and take one arm back with the palm on it and step into it a little bit. So your pec muscle, your pectoral chest muscle is a fan-shaped muscle. So just experiment with the angle of your arm, taking the hand up or down the wall until you feel that fan-shaped stretch in your chest. And you can maybe feel your bicep getting a stretch, maybe a little tricep too. It's kind of leaning in and pulsing back. All right, let's change. Put your other hand on the wall. Leaning in. Playing with the angle. I found it. And then we work our chest. When we do push-ups, we're also working the tricep, the back of the arm. So take your left arm up and bend your elbow. And then cup your left elbow with your right hand and pull the elbow back. Okay, and then create some counter pressure. Try to push the elbow back into the hand, but the hand is resisting. And then add a little something more to it by side bending to your right. So pushing your left hip out, taking the stretch down into your obliques, the side of your body. Try to keep your head kind of centered between your arms. And come on back out and do the other side. So create the resistance. When you're ready, start to side bend. Yes, finding a few spots here. And come on back out and give it a shake. Let's just do a standing quad stretch. Maybe hold on to something again, pick one knee up, grab the ankle, and thread the foot back behind you. So try to keep the knees together and try to keep that knee pushing down towards the mat and do a bit of pulsing. So pull back, find that intense stretch, and then relax it. So moving in and out of it so that we're giving our stretch reflex the opportunity to let go. All right, change sides. Nice and tall. Shoulder blade pulling into your back too. Thinking about everything that we worked and what we need to stretch. So let's stretch our backs now. So take your left arm up with the elbow bent and we'll try to hook the right elbow under. If you get to here and that's it, that's fine. Maybe get the hands together, whatever amount. And then just maybe pick the elbows up slightly and take some deep breaths into your back ribs. So breathing deep so you feel the back ribs move, feel the shoulder blades pull apart. Trying to keep your shoulders down. And keeping your hands away from your face. Good. Let it go. Give it a little shake. Do your other side. Your right shoulder, your right arm is on top. If that's the case, try to pull the right shoulder down. So don't let it hunch up towards your ear. Pick the elbows up as much as you can and take those deep breaths again. And then give that a shake. Slide yourselves down into a forward fold. Hands can hold on to the legs or you can cup the elbows and dangle. It depends how that feels on your back. But just really let the head hang, let the arms hang, and begin to pedal the legs to get into your hamstrings.
And again, not being in a rush, kind of find a stretch in one leg and stay there for a bit. And then release and go to the other leg. And then just walk yourselves down to your mat and come into downward facing dog. Continue to stretch out the back body, sinking the chest down. And we'll come into pigeon on the right side, so you can kick your right leg up and back if you've got room there, and then draw the knee forward, taking the knee towards the wrist. And you can fold over, or you can stay up on your hands and play a little bit, sinking the hip down towards the mat, and then bringing the hip back up so it's parallel to the mat. Getting into your glutes, all those deadlifts. Good. And press into your hands, lift back into downward dog. Take your left leg up and back and slide ahead into pigeon on the left. And just sinking in and out. Really feel the glutes getting a good stretch there, deep underneath. And then just sit down, and we'll turn around and lay down on your back. And you get centered on your mat. We'll take the feet wide on the sides of the mat, doing some slow knee sways. So taking your knees to one side, so stretching out the opposite quad, and bring them back up and take them the other way. Let's reach the arms up overhead too. Lengthen into your chest again. And then bring your feet back together. And we'll put your right ankle on your left thigh. And bring the legs in towards you, figure four. Maybe wrapping your hands around your left leg or holding onto your left pants. Flexing your right foot. And once again, finding your glutes a little bit and your IT band or wherever else is tight in that right leg. And just kind of play with it, relax it, and then pull it close again, moving in and out. And we'll keep the figure four, but let go with your hands, put your left foot down, and then roll the lower body to the left. So coming onto the side of your left leg. And you reach your right arm out to the right, and you can grab your right knee and maybe bring it a little closer, deepen the twist if that feels helpful. Let's play with that a little bit. And just letting your heart rate slow down. Maybe stay active with your breath though. Take some deeper breaths in and out. Kind of let the sigh cue you into relaxing a little more. Okay, come on up, back up, still figure four. So the right ankle is still on top. And then cross your thighs. Let the right leg completely cover over the left leg. And bring the legs in towards you. And we'll reach down and grab an ankle on each side. So I've got my left ankle with my right hand, my right ankle with my left hand. And if you can't quite get to the ankles, hold on to your shins, whatever you can reach. Use this opportunity to pull the shoulder blades down onto your back and the tops of the shoulders depressing into your body. Maybe rocking a little bit. And then we'll unwrap that and go the other way. So left ankle on the right thigh, bring the legs in towards you, holding onto your right leg, pressing your left elbow into your left leg. And just breathing with this and moving in and out. Noticing if one side feels easier or tighter than the other one did. It's just good information. Okay, and then keep your figure four, let go with your hands, putting the right leg down, right foot down, twist to the right. Open your left arm out to the left and use your right hand to pull that left knee a little closer. Or maybe moving in and out. And then we'll come up out of your twist, cross the left thigh completely over the right, so the left leg is dangling. Bring the legs in towards you. And again, reach down and find the opposite ankle or the shin with your hands. And just relax here, rocking a little bit. Okay, so unwrap that and just roll to your side and come on up to sitting, and we'll switch around onto our hands and knees. Not quite Shavasana yet. Hands under the shoulders. Round up into cat, so pushing the hands into the mat, rounding your mid back and pulling the tailbone under and pulling the abs in. And stay in your cat and just circle around. So push your hips to the side, bring the hips back to the heels, push the hips out to the other side. So stay in cat the whole time, just circling around. Next time you're in your cat, and start to circle the other way. So I'm pushing my hips to the left, back to the heels, and over to the right. Just really letting your head stay upside down. Next time you're in your cat, just come back into neutral, so tabletop. And then walk your hands as far ahead as you can reach. Spread your fingers out wide. Pull the hips back and sink the chest down towards the mat. So we're getting a nice stretch in the back. We want to try to contain that a little bit by pulling the shoulder blades towards each other on your back, and then pull your front ribs in so you can lengthen more into the lower back. And just lift in and out of this. So lift up as you breathe in, sink back into it as you breathe out. Really tractioning out your back and your shoulders. And come on back up, bring the hands back so they're underneath you again. And take your right hand, thread it underneath the left, and twist, looking to the left. See how far your fingers get over there off the mat. On your inhale, pull that back out and turn to the right, taking your time, opening up, trying to turn the hips, the waist, and the chest. Exhale and scoop back under again. And inhale and slide it back out, turning everything, not just the shoulder. One more time, exhaling under, stretching your back, and then inhale and strengthening your back. Okay, bring the right hand down. We'll go the other way, taking the left arm under. See where you get to with your fingers. On your inhale, turn to the left. Sweep it up, turning your hips as much as you can. Exhale and reach under. Inhale, opening up. One more time. Good. Just face your mat, and we're going to walk down to lay on the front body. So just bring your hips down and your chest down. Take the palms of your hands and make a little bridge. So one hand on top of the other. Rest your forehead on that so your nose has room. Make any little adjustment, maybe lifting one knee and then the other to get the legs a little further back from the hips. And just let yourself soften here. Release your legs. Release the front of your hips, the back of your hips. Let your ribs and your belly kind of press into the mat, your chest. And then begin to work a little bit with your breathing. So breathe in and out a few times through the nose. Full breaths in and out. And then just alter the breath by breathing out through your mouth. So inhaling through the nose, and then a little sigh out through the mouth. Make your breath as long and full as you can. And each time you breathe out, it's an opportunity to soften somewhere one little bit more, just another layer kind of peeling off. Maybe 3 or 4 more breaths in through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. And just bring your hands back onto the mat beside your ribs. Shoulders pulled into your back. Push with your hands. Roll up and back. And come back into child's pose. Knees can be together or apart, whatever feels better for your knees. Sitting the hips back towards the heels, folding over, supporting your forehead again, if that helps. Just a few more breaths here. And take your time coming up out of this. So get your hands on the mat and let your head come up last until you're sitting up. Okay. Well, thank you each for joining me this evening and for putting in such good effort and sticking with those rounds of salt and pepper. Takes a certain mental stamina to keep going back to that and getting it done. And you definitely have bragging rights, 60 push-ups. Well, I guess it's 55 because we left one thing out. 55 is a good number too. So thank you for being here and for working hard, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.